This is the current state of Capital City. We're delivering enough passengers. We're also delivering enough alcohol, but we're kind of short on mail. In fact, I know for a fact that if I leave the simulation running for like another minute or so, we will start being able to deliver enough mail and the town will grow just slightly, but it will immediately fall short because we just need to deliver way more. So in this episode, what I think I'm gonna do is start connecting more additional cities so that we can get more saturation on this line and start delivering not only more mail, but also more passengers, which will help getting to our goal of 1,500 population where we're gonna need to start delivering goods. But yeah, let's just roll the intro and get on with it. So in the last couple episodes, many of you have pointed out some things that I sort of, didn't quite pay attention to. One of them, for example, is the fact that we have a whole bunch of trucks waiting at a depot. So why don't we go to Salt Lake City over here and let's just start them all. This will also help with our mail transfer. Remember, we have these trucks here that are doing full loads and then they're delivering them all the way into Porto Alegre, which also has trains coming in every once in a while, picking up mail as well as passengers and delivering them to Capital City. Wow, that was a really quick long sentence. Someone also asked about why I don't have, or actually pointing out that I missed signals at the entrance here in Hamburg. So here's the thing, when trains come in, they occupy this block, this sort of darker shaded segment of track is the station. I'm just toggling the transparency mode so you can see because there's so many trees. But I usually like putting two-way path signals on the tips of the stations. In this case, I don't have the room because we have a hotel here and we have this main road here, so it's kind of tight. I guess I could have removed these like end sort of buffers, but it's fine. Once a train enters this block, if there's another train waiting here, they will indeed go on the next track. So this will work for a while. Eventually, I'm gonna start expanding this station. Actually, the city's growing. Yeah, it is growing. It's going to be a whole thing. We're going to be reworking many of these stations and entry points and things like that multiple times, so don't worry about that. And yeah, in this episode, like I said in the intro, I think we're going to start connecting Reykjavik here, Chicago, York, maybe even Tokyo. What else do we have here? That's it. These are all the cities that we sort of have in this area. I think I'm going to have a line that sort of goes through here perhaps, and then we're gonna have like branch lines that sort of connect to that secondary main line, and that way we can just connect all these towns, which many of them are growing. Chicago here is growing mostly probably because we have a bus loop running. Actually, let's just make this a little bit more interesting perhaps. Just change the orders a bit so that buses run a different way. Perhaps that will work better. I'm not gonna bother with timetables. Sorry, I know I've been getting a lot of comments on that. I just don't see the point. That these seems to work fine. Maybe it will be a bit more efficient if I did it with the timetables, but yeah, doesn't seem to be worth it. At least not right now. We'll see what happens in the future. So because I don't have a ton of traffic on this main line yet, I'm just gonna go to a straight connection like this, which I hate, but eventually we're gonna have dedicated overpasses so that we don't have this like crossing sort of pattern here. But right now, we're just gonna go this way. We do have quite a bit of money. We're gonna spend a fair amount of money getting the right services here, like trains and stuff. In fact, Chicago, I kind of want to start planning a bit of a larger train station, perhaps, because that seems like it's just gonna grow dramatically. Every one of these towns that has city under it seems to be growing faster than others that don't. Also, I could have gotten Sun Mail on this route. We'll see. I'm getting kind of distracted here, but yeah, let's just do this instead. I guess we do want the station to be at this level here. So let me just do something like this. Perhaps I want. Let's do this. Let's delete a few of these segments. We're gonna pull this land. Am I doing this right? Yeah, kind of am. we're gonna do something like this. So there's like enough. In fact, let's bring this down just a touch. Definitely want to have enough of a straight line, flat line between these slopes so that trains don't slow down so much when they're climbing it up. What did I just say? And I think one of the things that I wanted to do is perhaps get the station be on these two middle platforms and then have these, no, this might be a little tricky. I was just thinking having the station here, and if I do something like this, will this work? Let's do this. Just want to make sure that this station can grow, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't really plan for this, by the way, so I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, I do want the 2-tile diagonal there so that the trains don't slow down so much. We do have a hotel here, so if I place a station here, we might be able to catch this. And honestly, at this point, might as well just extend the bus stop that we have here, Chicago Store. So something like this is what I have in mind. The problem is I need a way for trains to like go back on this main line. So this is not going to work. Let's get rid of that. Did that get rid of the station? No. Okay, cool. So actually, let's just get rid of this whole thing because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to tackle this. I guess I could put a train station like right in the middle here. And something like that. And I'm going to change the style of the station in a minute, by the way. I'm just going to try to lay things down a bit. And honestly, I need to like turn this back way earlier so that I have enough wiggle room to have a track that sort of comes in and then out. And I think this is probably good enough. Let's just go like this. So the main line will actually take this path up to this point. Should we bridge this over or should we kill the river? Let's just bridge over the river just for now. Makes it look a little bit nicer. Also, it's a bit of a straight line, so it shouldn't slow down trains so much. And yeah, this is actually pretty a pretty good distance between all these towns that we're going to connect, because we're also going to have stations on this side of the city. In fact, why don't we just place this one right here? We're going to do that. In this case, we will definitely have to get rid of the river, unfortunately. But that's okay. And also over here, I mean, eventually I'm gonna get rid of this segment of road and bridge over our train tracks, but I also wanna make sure that I'm buying enough land here because I feel like we're gonna need to expand some of these stations. Let's do the same over here. The city's gonna hate the fact that I'm just destroying all of these trees, but that's okay. And let's just first connect this station and get some trains running so that, you know, things start actually working out for us. And we're just gonna pull this like that. And I guess this will be some kind of row station where row it means like roll in, roll off. Roll on, roll off, sorry. So that trains don't have to like turn around, basically. I think this is a bit more efficient here because I primarily expect a lot of passenger traffic coming in and out of this place. We really need to terraform the crap out of this area, but it's okay. Nothing that I'm worried of doing. So like I said, I always like to leave 2 tiles on curves and on straight lines so that trains don't slow down so much. And I wonder if I should just... Like, I was just wondering whether or not I should, like, meet with this level, like, right here. And do this instead. And, like, straight up connect it. Actually, this might be easier this way. So let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Do that. Make it all like symmetric and nice. There we go. That's much better. So now this these two trains can sort of merge here. Actually, this one will have to go there because this could be the entry point. So the exit point will be somewhat similar. And we can just, for now, let's just do this instead. In fact, can I do something like this? That could work. And over here, let's do the same thing. Let's just extend this a bit further. Do something like that. That's a little nicer. It's not like amazing, but we do have enough for one train to be sitting here waiting for this one that it wouldn't necessarily block this. I mean, this is, whenever I start actually adding a lot of trains here, this is just gonna be a mess. So yeah, but for now it works. So we want a one-way path here. We want a one-way path here. We want a one-way path here. And we want a one-way path here. Now, we also want some regular block signals in here. We definitely want one-way block there. By the way, the spacing I'm using is the default 4. Seems to be working fine for the most part. I'm not really too concerned about like efficiency, at least not right now. If we have like a conga line of trains sort of trying to, get in and out, then I'm fine with like coming in and like tweaking things, but this should work for now. Just add a few manual signals here and there. So this should work actually. And while we're at it, so we have a depot here. I think I want to add a couple depots right on this side on the main line. I found it that it's better to have trains sort of service themselves on these main lines than going like putting depots on the stations themselves, because sometimes they would just go out because that's like the nearest path to a depot and they just get lost and whatnot. So that works out. I also don't know if I'm gonna connect Chicago with like these other cities in the future. I guess I could easily like turn this way if I wanted to, but for now we don't need to bother with that. So let's clone some trains. Let's do that. Where are the trains? Like, for example, this one. This one is a very clonable thing. So we have 2 mail cars. So we have a caboose at the end. I know there's like a couple trains that don't have the caboose at the end, and that's like probably bothering a lot of people. So yeah, if I see one, I'll fix it, but it's not a priority for this episode at least. Orders. We don't want to go to Hamburg, but we do want to go to here. And we want 2 trains for now. I should have grouped them first. Let's create a quick group here. So this will be passengers, Chicago to Capital. Did I spell that right? No. Chicago to Capital on group trains. Oh, I guess it put them here in Hamburg. Okay, so Chicago. There we go. Fantastic. All right, start that up. I don't know why I bought the land here. It doesn't really make that much sense, but it's okay. In the meantime, let's focus on Reykjavik here. So we definitely want to have a bus stop that's sort of connected to this station. So we're gonna, oh yeah, the local authority hates me. And also we won the game, woohoo! Every single episode. Reykjavik, we're gonna bribe them with nature. So local authority, let's take a look at that. We're aiming for mediocre. That's what we like. Poor. Actually, I think poor is good enough, right? Let's place it here. Yeah, there it is. All right. So we're extending this train station, and we could. I want to avoid having a ton of overlap because that's not super efficient. But I think. What if I just put it like here? So this one gets quite a bit of that, and if I put it here, it gets, yeah, this works. So see if we can, yeah, that's probably good enough to do this. So there's like a little road so that buses can actually turn around. We're gonna have just 2 stops for now, moving people from this area of the city to the main station. That should be enough for a little while. Let's get a depot there. What are the buses that we've been using? Is it this one? Let's double check that real quick. I guess we've been using the, what's the name of this? The Leybourne bus. So the first one is the one we're using. We should probably start replacing it with this one because it's a little faster. It can get a lot more passengers and it's not that costly. It's like only like $200 a year extra, which is not too bad. So yeah, let's do a test pilot here. We're gonna go from here to here and let's just create a quick little group. Passengers, Chicago Loop. And ungroup vehicles. Oh, already have a Chicago Loop? Wait, what? No, this is not Chicago. This is Reykjavik. Okay. Can I change? Yes. Oh man, how do you spell this? I'm not gonna get the tilde right, so close enough. Reykjavik Loop. So ungroup vehicles. Put on the Reykjavik Loop. Let's get 3 buses running here, and I want a few of them to like go to the opposite direction, something like that. Let's take a look at this. There's a train coming in. There's quite a bit of mail waiting. Let's see what happens. It's loading with quite a bit of mail. Did it deliver something? I kind of didn't see. Okay, income. There we go. That's not too bad. It's already making a profit. And how is Capital City doing? By the way, we could turn on stations. All right, it's growing. We're growing. This is amazing. It's gonna grow even more once I start connecting Reykjavik here to Capital City. It's gonna be great. Soon enough, we're gonna need to expand the city significantly. I'm also considering moving this. When I was editing the last video, it's just like maybe we could move these freight truck stops like on the other side. They don't need to be here because they're all connected to this station, and now the trucks need to like go way out of the way here, go across the tracks, go over this bridge. It's just like inefficient. We can just simply put it on this side and call it a day. But yeah, this is great. We're doing amazing here. All right, I'm excited. It's gonna get way more difficult from here. Trust me, this mod is, or this script is pretty challenging. So let's just simply, do that. And that's it. We'll have a diagonal there. Also, why am I using electric? Yeah, I'm using electric. I don't think we need electric, right? Are we using electric trains? These are electric, I'm pretty sure. I don't see the little like flickering like electric thing on the locomotive. I don't know. It's fine. We're gonna need electric relatively soon anyways, even if we're not currently using electric trains. I'm sure someone in the comment will let me know. By the way, I would like to know if you are like sort of following along with this series, like if you're actually playing on the same map seed and how you're doing. Have you been able to grow Capital City beyond what I have? We're gonna get rid of this river. Sorry, river. We need flat train tracks here. Wow, I really destroyed this mountain. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've been making some progress here. Okay, so this is as far as we can take this. I really want this to be straight. We have the money, so I'm not too concerned about, going against Mother Nature here, but it's fine. It's fine. I could add more tunnels, but again, tunnels don't allow signals to be inside. So if you have a super long tunnel, that's just one really long block that trains need to sort of sit on the other end, and that's not good. So over here, we could do something like this. I'm destroying so many trees that the city's probably gonna hate me again, but it's okay because we have enough coverage already on Reykjavik here. So if they complain, whatever. Nobody cares at this point. Eventually I will care because I'm gonna have to start expanding this, but for now, but by the time that happens, I would have delivered enough passengers here that the city would love me again just by how amazing my service is. You know what I mean. All right, so we're gonna get some one-way signals there. Can I get rid of this one? No, I cannot. Cool. And over here, one-way signal. There we go. I think let's just put a regular block signal there. A regular block signal here. Stretch all the way. Oh, we don't have signals here. This is bad. This is bad. I'm sure you were like yelling at the screen like, oh my God, you've left the thing with no things. And I wouldn't blame you, because whenever I watch other people play Cities Skylines and they forget basic things like that, I'm like, dude, come on. What are you doing? Nope, that's not what I wanted. God damn it. Stupid game. I don't want to convert, just remove things. There we go. Oh, so these are diesel. All right. So we're just spending a lot of money on electric train tracks for no reason. That's okay. Like I said, we're gonna need them in the future anyways. So let's do that. We could get rid of this one. And I guess we could just put another one there for good measure. All right, so we have signals pretty much all around. What about here? I guess we're gonna need some sort of signaling on this stretch. Like so, that's probably good enough. And maybe one here, and actually we can do this. And because this is such a long block, we can have regular signals so they can just go in here and sort of stay until this signal is clear. We don't need this one. So there's like 3 blocks for exit, for trains that are exiting. In the meantime, let's put a couple more depots. You can never have enough depots, and that's probably good enough. So let's maybe clone another one of these trains. Actually, let's take a look at what we have, because I feel like we've been getting newer trains recently that might be a bit more suited for this. And I can tell this is going to be a slightly longer episode, but I think many of you would appreciate that. I'm going to run this train, and then we're gonna call it Electric Interurban. So this is let me actually check which one we have right now, because right now we have information. We have the EMC Doodlebug. Let's just keep it open here, which is here. It's costing us 17,000 a year. This one costs a little more. It's slower, but it has more tractive effort, I guess. Like significant more tractive effort. I mean, honestly, that's not that critical, I don't think. Kind of seems like the Doodlebug is still like the way to go. So let's just clone one of these trains. Make sure that it doesn't go to Chicago, but instead goes to Reykjavik. And let's make sure that we make this, I guess we're gonna go to ungroup trains. This will be passengers. Rake to capital. I didn't change the livery. I don't, can I ungroup it? Okay, there we go, great. I'm glad that you're able to do that, because if you create it as a subgroup, it's kind of like annoying. Let's get, sure, 2 trains. I could even fit like 3 trains here, but because like, look at the, yeah, you know what, let's do 3 freaking trains. All right, off you go. In fact, how is this one doing? This one's, Chicago's still pretty small, so yeah, let's help them out a little bit. I like extending roads just so that the city doesn't have to, and they focus on actually growing buildings and not roads so much. Can do something like that. Same over here. Same over here. Again, the cities grow in like tiles of 3, like 3 by 3 by 3. And we could potentially do the same over here. Over here, I guess I just want to bridge this over with another one of these like beautiful little bridges. So 1, 2, 3. So the road will be here, and then the next one should be like around here, unless I'm mistaken. That's good enough for now. All right, so let's go back to capital city here. We're still short on mail again. The city has grown, though. That's good. That's definitely a good thing. We have quite a bit of surplus of passengers and alcohol at this point. Once we start delivering mail and start delivering, and the city starts growing and we get to the next milestone, alcohol, I'm guessing, will be the biggest problem. And at that point, we will have to start improving the output of these 2 orchards that we have here. And like I said in the previous episode, we're probably gonna have to resource to this bulk terminal and have all these like branches providing clay so that this one even produces faster. I know it doesn't require all of this to produce faster. They already produce farm supplies on their own, but we definitely want to maximize this as much as possible. And for that, I think this is going to be such a big build, and I kind of want to do it in one go, so I'll probably stream it. And this is a great segue to let you know that you should be following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/StructToaster. I've been streaming quite a bit lately, and I've been also streaming like random OpenTTD multiplayer games, which I'm sure you've seen because I've been posting them on YouTube. But if you want to catch that live, make sure to follow me, and also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/StructToaster. All the links are in the description. That way you don't have to type them or anything. But yeah, that way you know exactly when I will do such a stream. But I think I'm gonna put an end to this episode here. If you enjoyed it, please just give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, well, I guess give it a thumbs down. And if you're new to the channel, I don't know why you would land on this like middle of the series episode, but if you have, make sure to go back and just watch the whole thing, and that might make a bit more sense. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.